The Council of Nicaea, a 4th century power play. Imagine this. It's 325 AD, and the Roman Empire is teetering. Wars are raging, borders are crumbling, and a new religion is taking off like wildfire. Over 300 bishops, some still limping from torture, pile into a palace in Nicaea, in modern-day Turkey, to settle a question that's splitting Christianity apart. Is Jesus God, or just God's MVP? The answer is about to redraw the map of faith for billions. Let's break it down. The Roman Empire in the early 300s? Total mess. Emperor Constantine had just clawed his way back to power after a bloody civil war. His big break came in 312 AD at the Battle of Milvian Bridge. Picture this. He's staring down an enemy army, and boom, he claims a cross lights up the sky with the words, "In this sign, conquer." Next day, he wins. Divine vision or slick propaganda? Historians still argue. Either way, Constantine is all in on Christianity now. He sees it like the glue to hold his fractured empire together. The problem is, Christians are fighting like cats and dogs over theology. In fact, by 325 AD, the church is growing so fast. Some estimate 10% of the empire's 60 million people are converts. That is something that Constantine cannot ignore. He calls the Council of Nicaea to sort it out. Here's the showdown. 2 camps, 1 massive debate. Team Trinity, led by a scrappy bishop named Athanasius, says, Jesus is God, full stop. Same essence as the Father, eternal. Team Arian, fronted by Arius, a smooth-talking priest from Alexandria, counters, nah, Jesus is divine, but created. He's top of the heap, but not the big guy. Think of it like this. Is Jesus the king, or the king's right-hand man? This isn't just nerdy theology. It's about who gets worshipped and who gets saved. Wild fact, Arius wasn't just some outlier. Some scholars say up to 80% of Eastern bishops, 18 out of 22, were leaning his way before the council. Oh, and get this. Arius once got slapped in the face by a rival bishop, Nicholas. Yeah, that Saint Nick, during a heated argument. Christmas vibes, right? Constantine is watching over this like a referee, but he's no saint. Dude executed his own son a year later over palace drama. The council drags on for weeks, tempers flaring. They finally hammer out the Nicene Creed. Jesus is begotten, not made, one in being with the Father. Arius loses, gets exiled to the boonies, and his books are burned. But here's the kicker. Nicaea wasn't the knockout punch people think. Arianism bounces back. By the 350s, Constantine's own son, Emperor Constantius II, is Team Arian, and it's the Trinitarians dodging exile now. Another fun nugget? The council also tackled Easter's date because apparently holiday planning was a crisis too. Some churches celebrated it with Passover, others on random Sundays. Priorities. Nicaea's legacy? It's the bedrock of mainstream Christianity. Over 2 billion people today recite versions of that same creed. But it's also a story of power. Constantine didn't care about theology as much as he cared about unity. In fact, he barely even understood the debate. Sources say that he nodded off during parts of it. This was about control, not just faith. And that tension, it echoes through history, from the Crusades to modern church splits.